Bim bam boom, es el nuevo compás que los negros van bailando en la compasa. Bim bam boom, la mulatona Merced, arrollando bate tras hacer la compasa. Ya no quieren cubanquear las negritas del solar, sino tocan al compás de ese ritmo. Suénalo, báilalo, gózalo. Bim bam boom, que saborosito está este paso arrollador de la compasa.
Takes care of it for you.
Now, how do they make that work?
Well, you know, they just bent me over a table, they aimed a laser at me, shot my butt like it was a Klingon.
They aim a laser right up your butt.
Right, right for the show. Oh, okay.
Compose ourselves.
Right.
Good evening, Albuquerque, and welcome to another thrilling episode of
Anything Goes!
I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm your other host, Mike.
And tonight we're going to take you on a fun-filled adventure through our world.
Right, now, first of all, we want to apologize that for those of you who tuned in last week, you didn't see us.
You didn't see our show. What did you see instead?
You saw a bunch of people dressed up in suits BSing each other about what they were going to do if they were become mayor.
If I'm mayor, I'll do this and that.
When I'm mayor, I'll burn your town to cinders!
So if anything could be any more boring than the mayoral debates on TV, maybe it's the other stuff that you occasionally see on this show.
Right, now the week before that, you may have noticed, for those of you who watch our show regularly, that we had a rerun. It was the drug show, quite appropriate, because the reason we couldn't actually go on live that week was because Mike had to go into rehab again.
The heroin, but look, the tracks are all good and I'm all better.
He's back in action and off the smack.
So what's this show about, Mike?
Well, are you fat?
Are you lazy?
Are you an alcoholic?
Are you a drug addict?
Are you a cigarette smoker?
Are you ugly?
Are you depraved and perverse?
Do you have any other problem?
Are you poor?
Are you wealthy?
These are questions that we all ask of ourselves on a daily basis.
Right.
We all have problems.
Every one of you has a problem. You're all looking for solutions to your problem.
But stop right there, because that takes a lot of time and energy and discipline to come up with solutions to your problems. Stop doing it.
Right. This is the 90s. You have to find another reason for your problem. What are your problems?
Your problem?
No, they're not.
Instead of wasting valuable time and effort on your part to solve your problem, simply sit back, relax, and ask, who can I blame for my problem?
Whose fault is it that I'm the way I am?
Trust me, there's always someone to blame.
Right. And Mike and I are going to try to find out who is to blame for your problems tonight.
This is a very special show tonight, by the way. This is Anything Goes' very first call-in show.
Right.
The number that hopefully is appearing on your screen at the moment, or that will soon appear on the screen,
293-9207.
if you call that number, you tell us what your problem is, and Michael and I will help you find who is to blame.
Right, because we know it's not your fault.
Now, in case you don't know how the game works, how to place the blame properly, we'll start off by reading some actual true-to-life news stories of people with serious problems who found others to blame. Mike, let's start this one up.
Okay. You want to start off?
Sure, what the hell?
Okay.
Oh, blast. Suicide sheet. 50 people in the last year attempted suicide in Venice during 1996. To blame? The film A Death in Venice. Yes, we can blame the media for the fact that people are now behaving like lemmings. As a side note, by the way, only half a dozen of the suicidal film buffs actually succeeded, usually because the canals into which they were leaping were particularly shallow. For which, by the way, I think they could blame the king.
Right. So filling it with trash. Well, maybe you can blame their next-door neighbors, too. Have you seen the film A Death in Venice?
No, I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
I don't want to watch it because I'm afraid I might try to leap into a river.
But if you did, you could get some money for it. You could sue whoever fault it is.
If I live.
Okay. Well, let's go on to the next story.
Next story.
Cold cash for cold. While viewing an art exhibit in the rotunda of the state capitol, a man named Chris Morris filed claims that he caught a cold there. Blame for
Just had to do it.
You spit on the table.
Right there.
Disgusting.
That's phlegm.
All right. Well, to blame for his cold? Well, the state of Michigan, of course.
I could get $1 million for a cold, I would be one happy camper.
I can see if he walked into the Capitol and accidentally had his head lopped off by a card. Then I can see them justifying $1 million lawsuit. But a cold?
I could even deal with getting herpes for $1 million.
Now, if he's HIV positive and he has a cold, that could kill him.
Well, that's true.
So maybe
I'm sure the article would have mentioned something sensitive.
Would you like to go on to the next article?
I sure will. Pregnant in the pokey. Jamie Brooks, age 18, became pregnant in jail while awaiting her murder trial. 18 murder. She said that the father is inmate, get this, trustee, Eddie Alonzo, who had access to the hallways and that he knocked her up through the bars of her cell. Who's to blame? Not her. Not him. Nope. It's the fault of Kiowa County, Oklahoma. She's serious about this, too. She's suing them to the tune of $5 million.
Because she backed up to the bars?
It's her fault that she backed up to the bars. It's her fault that the guy was there, and he made put his finger into her hoochie and make her have babies.
That's why they call him Trusty Eddie.
Yeah? Our first phone call of the night.
Go to the phone. Wow.
Another Mike.
What a coincidence.
All right. What's your problem, Mike?
Hello? This is not Larry King. The phones don't work here.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, my name's Mike.
Hi.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Yeah, Mike, I have a couple of problems.
Okay.
My first problem is I hate my name.
You hate
I
your
wonder
name.
if I could sue my parents.
Well, as a matter of fact,
Absolutely, you can sue your parents, without a doubt.
and don't stop there. What's important to remember is your parents were responsible for your formative years. Therefore, anything that is your problem, you really can blame your parents for.
Oh, then I can blame them for my second problem.
What's your second problem?
Princess Di. I don't know what I'm going to do. I felt like committing suicide this morning.
Because died?
Died, passed away?
Well, you know who
On
to
my
blame.
head, I got this song. I like to write songs, little tunes. And I got this one, and I go, die, 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 die. One of them's like D-I, and the other's like D-I-E.
Yeah, it's kind of catchy. I like that.
Die, die, because it's not that I want her to die, but it's just that I want all this publicity to die.
Well, you know what you do in this case is you can safely blame the paparazzi for that one.
Right.
I wanted to, but the problem is that I don't know any of them personally. I didn't know her either.
Right.
But I really kind of I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm looking for a brain out or something.
Well, before we let you go for the next call, I just want to say, if you're really that upset,
Yeah.
what you've got to do is hunt one down.
Right. Committing suicide is pointless because you can't blame anybody for that. What you need to do is stay alive and find out who is to blame for your
Can I
problem.
sue the paparazzi for I got hooked up on all those magazines, those newsstand things,
Those things.
Star I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, basically all
I
you
don't
got
see any
to
more pictures of die except dead ones.
pain and suffering. Find yourself a lawyer. There's got to be somebody out there who can take this.
There's a lot of lawyers. Ron Bell, well, not necessarily Ron Bell because he deals mostly in auto stuff, and he cares about that. You can't get a lot of money for
Okay,
that.
Mike and Mike, thank you a lot.
Thank you for calling, Mike. Good luck with your pain. Okay.
All right, well, let's go on to the next news article, shall we? It's my turn. Spotlight's on me. All right, the next story is called When Indian Gaming Gets Gaming. David F. Peterson has given his girlfriend money to buy him clothes, but she lost it all gambling at the Indian Tribal Casino. Is it his fault for trusting a loser like that? Hell no. Is it her fault for gambling that money away? Hell no. Well, who's to blame? Why, that would be Governor Gary Johnson, of course. Because Governor Johnson was such an avid supporter of the Indian gaming industry. In addition to this, the amount of money that Peterson sent to Governor Johnson was 3 times the amount that his other half lost in the casino that night.
Yep. Let me continue with...
So if any of you people have gambling problems, you know who to blame. Not you.
Judging by the clock, I think we can actually even skip some of these.
Yeah, why don't we?
All right.
Bring it on! Bring it on! Is this a joke?
It seems like there are plenty of Mike problems out there. Go ahead.
Oh, great, he hung up.
Hello, now I'm here.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well.
I called to complain about something. keep writing on my wall.
Well, you've already got somebody to blame for your problem.
Oh, I do?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if graffiti's appearing on your wall and you didn't put it there, it's obvious that there's someone else to blame.
Oh, wow.
Are they writing obscenities or funny pictures or just
Well, there
tagging?
was a big tuna fish on my wall, and I just don't know what that means, but it's this guy Two-Face, and this guy Deem, and this guy Task, and they keep writing on my wall.
Is the Riddler involved at all?
No, he's not. I think they killed him.
Too bad, because if he was, Batman could come take care of your problem.
That would be great. Okay,
Riddle
well,
me
thank
this.
you guys. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks for calling.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
You know, one man's graffiti is another man's art.
Exactly. You know, if Leonardo got in trouble for painting the Mona Lisa, then where would we be now?
And every time I look at this tagging that they do, I think to myself, maybe I'm a traditionalist, but I miss the days when I was able to read graffiti.
I know. It was nice when graffiti was actually pretty to look at. I don't mind it. If you want to paint on my wall, paint something cool. It's your name. Who cares about that?
We're going to jump ahead a little bit.
Another call? Oh, jeepers. Now, this is getting out of control. Too many people are calling this show now.
No, this is quite fine. This is what we wanted. Go ahead, give it to us.
He's not Mike?
Finally, Phil. This is okay. This is Jonathan out there. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Mike.
Hey, first off, I want to say you guys are my idols.
Well, thanks.
That right there indicates you've got some real problems that we need to address here tonight.
Yeah, my problem is I don't have a girlfriend.
You know what you can blame for that? This one is really simple. Just women in general.
Yeah, blame women. It's easy to do.
You simply have to look at your face in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm a good guy. There's nothing wrong with me.
Right.
I'm intelligent. You know what it is? It's that women are shallow and superficial.
Okay.
I hear a lot of people laughing.
Now, are you comfortable with being able to blame women for that kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Don't blame them to the point where you actually go out and get violent against women.
Right.
Just know who to blame.
Exactly.
Okay.
Placing blame where it lies.
Right. Thanks for calling.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Now, by the way, we don't want to come off like we're misogynists completely. For you women out there who are having trouble getting a boyfriend, just do the opposite. It's that men are superficial and shallow.
Yeah, men are worms. I've heard that one so many times.
many
I don't
times.
understand why.
Now, for those of you who haven't called in yet, but you're tempted, but you don't know how the blame game is played, Michael and I will review this briefly for you.
It's not the name game, because that's that banana, fana,
Fana,
game.
banana.
No, it's the blame game.
Truck, bobuck, banana, fana, boo.
Where are we?
We're on
blame
another
game.
page now.
On the blame game page?
Blame game.
Okay, the blame game page.
Okay, throughout tonight, we'll keep you up on this one. Okay, tell them how the game is.
All right, the game name.
The blame game.
The blame game is played in... Why don't you do it?
Okay, first of all, you have to identify the problem, i.e., what we just heard. I can't get a girlfriend.
Right. The next step in the blame game is to rationalize. Rationalize away the blame. Whose fault is it?
Imagine the different sources of your problem. You can refer to various social, scientific, and even political origins for all of what ails you.
It is of utmost importance when playing the blame game that you deny any and all of your own responsibility for anything that's wrong with you.
Repeat this slogan to yourself on a regular basis. Paste it on your walls, by your mirror, but remember it always. Say it with me. It's not your fault.
That's our message.
Never your fault.
Yes?
Jackson, 94 Rock? Are you in middle high school?
Okay, well, put it on.
Hold your breath.
Mr. Jackson?
You hung up on him, didn't you?
Great, that's the way to get it.
All right. Here's a good example of the main game that we're talking about.
He is there.
He's there.
Put him on, for God's sake. Amateur.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey!
How's it hanging?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
Good, man. Mike in the green, man. Weren't you at the Ziggy show?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that weed you sold me was no good.
I'm sorry. What do you want to have something?
Man, I smoked that whole bag and the show didn't fucking even end, man.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you take your chances.
I was coming to get you, man.
But I'll tell you what, that's a real kick in the grass, and you know you got to weed people like him out. Kick him right in his cannabis.
The last time
Boy, your whole life
I
is
told
going to
you,
pot when
man.
that happens.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
What's that, man?
I
What
didn't
were
hear
you talking about?
Well, okay, what's the problem and who to blame for it?
I think you're to blame, man.
Oh, the bad, yeah, that's fair. I mean, if I told you some bad stuff, then what can I do?
I wish we could prove
I can pass the blame off onto somebody else and say, hey, the guy I got it from.
He was his dealer.
Yeah.
Laced it with flour.
Who's oregano, I think. It was astroturf, not real grass. All right, well, anyway. Alrighty, thanks to Jackson for enlightening the show.
Here's an example of the blame game very quickly. The problem is you're fat.
Right. The beginner blamer is going to say that you're genetically predisposed to being obese, obviously. Now note, it's important to know that plants can be invoked in almost the same way as God. Simply by saying that it's scientific, even a half-cocked theory can take on almost supernatural validity. As long as you're willing to ignore all the facts, drawing attention only to what supports your rationale, science is a great tool to use. A few statistics here. Smidge of later research there, and you can say that you've proven something scientifically. A good example of this way, of the way the science can be invoked to rationalize even the most logical belief is Christian science.
Creation science. He misread it.
I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
I blame him for that.
I'm messing up.
It's okay. It's the alcohol.
Science and statistical research can prove invaluable to you when playing the blame game.
Okay. Intermediate.
Doll! Don't say.
Let's take it all. Okay. A chick.
Hello?
Hi, Sarah.
Hi. I'm a little bit angry with you guys.
Why?
Us?
Because you're playing this blame game, and you blamed all women because dumb Jonathan doesn't have a girlfriend. And that is just not fair to all of us women.
Well, did you hear us afterwards when we said that guys could blame women? Women could blame guys for things?
It's just not the thing.
It's not our fault that you're so impaired.
That I'm what?
Sorry, you can blame me for that one.
I will blame you.
Well, I don't really blame women for a lot of things because I'm quite happily getting laid.
So your problem is basically us. We're to blame.
That's true. Well, I guess we're sorry. We should run for office if we're going to take this much blame.
Fully, we're
You
bribes.
guys are cool. You guys are cool.
And you're cool too. And once again, we mean no disrespect to women or men. It's just you got to have somebody to blame for something. Because obviously, people can never take responsibility for what's doing.
Right, it's the 90s. It's not our fault.
All right.
Thanks for calling, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, well.
Okay. Now, let's go on to the next problem. Example 2. Want to give it a read this?
You don't have a job.
Now, the beginner would say they wouldn't hire you because you're black, Hispanic, gay. You know how that goes. And this is important. Here's another note. Surely, in these enlightened times, bigotry and prejudice are only maintained in the minds of an ignorant minority. Most of us have been intelligent enough to rise above such petty dislikes. Why is it, then, that it remains pervasive in politics and the media? The answer is simple. Pointing a finger at crying bigots is a great way to excuse ourselves for our own personal failure. Hence, bigotry and prejudice are maintained very carefully, lest we lose a valuable tool in the blame game.
Right. Now, the intermediate blamer is going to say because he doesn't have a job that the, quote, man is keeping him down.
Man is keeping him down.
Somehow, the wealthy and powerful, the political or religious heavyweights of the world, the bureaucrats, Uncle Sam, Santa Claus, and other controlling entities become identified by their social subordinates as a great and nameless foe known as none other than the man. I have a stuttering problem.
What? My name is Mel Tillis.
To utter the name of the devil himself as akin to uttering the name of the man. He has taken on nearly mythical proportions in American society. One might even call the man a trickster god. His sole purpose, it seems, is to do all in his power to prevent the common man from getting out of his trailer park, as it were. No matter what the origins of the man may be, invoking his name in the blame game is most convenient because, although it may be criticized on the basis of the fact that the man is not a specific entity.
Right. Okay. Let's skip ahead here. Example number 5 that we have. The problem is, you're lazy. Who do you blame? First of all, you can say, you have back pain. My back pain. Oh, my God. Okay, now, the mind is a powerful tool. Have you ever noticed that through repeated influence and visualization, your mind can be coaxed to manifest certain happenings in reality? It's done all the time. There are numerous cases reported of terminally ill individuals who simply would not allow their minds to accept the pain and the death, and who reversed most, if not all, of the detrimental influences on their life. They now live healthy, active lives simply because they chose to. Now, apply, if you will, the same thing into your life. If it was your choice, you'd be allowed to watch TV, drink beer, and eat pork rinds all day, undisturbed by the need for any physical activity. Simply exert influence over your mind. Drill it into your head that you have back trouble or breathing trouble or all kinds of different ailments. Sooner or later, your body will catch that clue, and then suddenly you literally will have a physical reason to blame for your laziness.
Right. Also, the intermediate blamer is going to blame for laziness the fact that there are just so many ways to sit on your ass and be entertained. TV, internet.
No, books don't count, obviously.
No, that would require reading.
Yeah.
And that,
Your eyes have to move for that. That doesn't count as being lazy.
yeah, right. The master blamer will simply say, well, the rewards offered for my labor are minimum. Therefore, the effort I will expend will also be minimal. When they give me more, I'll give them more. And here's a little note also to go with that. In America, capitalism is based upon supply and demand. If they demand from me X supply, X effort, then they have to give me Y in supply. This is when it becomes a genuine boon to join a union. Your union will see to it that the demand side of the equation is low, but the supply side, your rewards, are high. Labor unions, while they have seriously diminished the industrial capabilities of the United States, have made certain that you, the laborer, may do the least work for the most pay and benefits. If you don't believe me, ask anyone who works for UPS. They'll tell you, unions are neato.
Unions are okay by us.
Yeah.
Are you in union?
Yeah, I'm in the sodomy union.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting union. What goes on in there?
I can't tell you.
Union secret. Let's skip ahead. You want to?
Yeah.
Go to example 7.
Are there any more calls? You're not holding him back, are you?
No, we're not holding him back.
We're that popular, aren't we?
There's another one coming in here in just a second.
Okay, well, we'll start reading about the problem. Your child has just committed suicide. Or your child has problems.
Right.
It was the Ozzy Osbourne record that he was listening to. Ozzy's to blame. Not now that both parents are working, or that so many parents didn't want their children in the first place when they had it then. It seems that less and less time is devoted to the care and nurturing of our young. There is certainly less interest. As a result, our children have been raised by the media in all of its forms. Once cable television and the internet have been introduced to our children, it's anybody's guess how they're going to turn out. So when they join a gang, sit back and relax, and blame it on the rap music that MTV has played to them. When you catch your son touching himself in an impure manner, it had to have been one of those Cinemax skin flicks or a porno on the internet. Consider the possibilities here.
This is a real labor for him. I love it.
This is the greatest tool a parent can use to deny responsibility for what happens to their children. It's ironic to imagine it, but Madonna, Brad Pitt, Seinfeld, and dozens of other people have had more of a presence in your children's lives than you do. Even dead people like Kurt Cobain do more to touch their lives than you do. Oh well, it's okay. You can blame your children's shortcomings on them later.
That's right.
We have Trish, if you guys are ready.
All righty then. Trish, lay it on us.
Hi.
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 I just wanted to let you guys know how much I enjoy your show every week,
Oh,
or every
we-
sporadically, I guess it is. I've got something I want to. I can't figure out who to blame for.
Well,
My roof's leaking, and my life really sucks. I've wonderful men living with me. 2 wonderful men live with me. But outside of that, the roof's leaking on all of us, and we're pissed, and we want to know who to blame.
I'll tell you right here.
I'm sure there's some really wonderful men too. Go ahead and tell us.
You may blame God, and I will read for you why.
Cool.
God may be blamed in the same way that you might fix blame to the man. God carries greater weight, however, because his identity is much more clearly defined. He controls the weather, for example, and it would seem that more people believe in his divine invisibility. In addition,
That's better than all my screw-ups the whole night.
Freudian slip is showing. In addition, blaming God may be accomplished with both anger and respect. One may, on the one hand, who is less inclined to think of God in a positive manner, may rail at him. The other may just say it's a test. God is testing my strength and worth of going into heaven. So either way you want to do it, the man to blame here is God.
Okay.
Standing on the roof with a long metal object might help at this point during the lightning storm.
Yeah, maybe leaning a ladder up against a telephone pole, something like that.
I was already doing that.
Okay, well, sorry to cut you off, Trish. We have to go because the show's just about over. But
It was
thanks,
great.
Thanks for the call.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, well, we'd like to ask you all to watch For Anything Goes every Thursday, 7 o'clock, yada, yada.
All right, we got time for a quick top 10? Just running through real quick.
We don't have time.
All right. Anyway, tonight when you look in the mirror, say to yourself, it's not my fault.
It's not your
fault.
We've provided a community service to you, Albuquerque.
Because we give a damn.
You should give us your money.
And put out.
Stay tuned for another boring program. All right, well, what else do you have to say? Anything?
Just that I love each and every one of you. Not biblically, but, physically.
Good night, guys.
So long. It sure is.
Was it you or was it me? Or was it
That was a very funky show.
Was it me? Or was it ecstasy? Was it you or was it me? Or was it issue? Was it A or was it me? Or was it ecstasy? Was it you or was it me? Or was it issue? Was it A or was it me? Or was it ecstasy? Was it you or was it me? Or was it issue, darling?